Hey everyone, have you ever wondered how creators pack an entire story, hilarious conflict, and a fully recognizable world into just 3 minutes? Well, today on The Explainer, we're deconstructing a perfect blueprint. Specifically, we're looking at the exact anatomy of a short-form comedy sketch. If you want to know how to absolutely maximize your humor, your setting, and your story in a really tiny window of time, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to break down the scene setup, the comedic timing, and even the packaging of the sketch itself to see exactly what makes it tick.
To anchor our explainer today, we're looking at a hyper-local yet universally appealing script designed for Telugu content creation. The title of this sketch is Selfie and the Goat. Right off the bat, just from hearing that title, you can kind of picture the humor, right? It perfectly sets up this dynamic clash between a young village man trying to look incredibly cool while doing something super ordinary in the modern world, and, well, the totally chaotic, unpredictable nature of a farm animal. It's simple, it's punchy, and it tells the audience exactly what kind of ride they're in for.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our quick roadmap for The Explainer. First, we'll look at the comedy concept, then setting the village scene, next, the 3-minute timeline, and finally, perfecting the thumbnail. So, jumping right into part 1, the comedy concept. You know, every great sketch needs a fundamental engine that drives the humor forward, and here we see the core comedic clash at the heart of this script. On one side, we have a modern device, the act of taking a selfie. Think about what a selfie actually requires. You gotta stand completely still, strike a flattering pose, get your lighting angle just right, and intensely focus on a tiny screen, completely oblivious to your surroundings. It's a modern, slightly vain action. On the exact opposite side, we have traditional chaos, represented here by a mischievous goat. The humor is driven entirely by this stark contrast. You have a young village man trying desperately to curate an image, and his entire aesthetic is just instantly ruined by the blank stare and unpredictable movement of an animal. It's a brilliant juxtaposition because it crosses literally all language barriers. I mean, it requires absolutely zero exposition or heavy dialogue to be funny. The visual alone tells the joke. The audience instantly understands the stakes, the frustration, and the inherent ridiculousness of trying to control nature with a smartphone. Moving on to section 2. Setting the village scene. And this brilliantly illustrates why visual world building is so crucial before any action actually begins. In a short sketch, you just don't have time for a drawn-out introduction. Look at how these specific sensory details act as a rapid-fire visual casting sheet. For the location, the blueprint doesn't just vaguely say, a village. No, it specifies a traditional Telugu village, complete with mud houses, coconut trees framing the shot, and a cow grazing quietly in the background. It instantly roots the viewer in a specific, lived-in place. Then we have our main character, a 25-year-old guy wearing a crisp white shirt and a traditional dhoti, walking barefoot. That barefoot detail alone adds so much authenticity and grounding